Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the most electrifying podcast in sports entertainment. Welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. It's me, your boy, the Wall Hawk, the thrower of crackheads, starting to show off a little dolo right now. Yeah, haven't seen y'all by myself in a long time. I know that's an amazing sight. What's going on, Dolores? Batty, what's good? When do you get the Take Cookies title? When's the next damn pay-per-view? And just as I get started, joining me, my twin brother, as you can see. I was almost Ken Solo, but my twin brother has showed up. Give it up for bitch ass Mike. the good stoner. Mike who? Mike Jones. What's going on, brother? We can't hear you, brother. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The damn mic was muted. Okay. What's up, Kenesha? First off, today is a very special day. See, you know what? This whole stretch of days here.
It's some serious shit.
Very, very special. So yesterday was my father's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I love you.
Happy birthday, Papa Jones.
Birthday to my OG. You know, I love you, Dad. You know, thank you for just being the man that I needed in my life, you know, for raising me to a young boy, to a boy, and to a man. Always been there for me. Dad, I love you. Till I take my last breath. And today, another special birthday, even more special birthday. The Queen of House Jones, my everything, my life partner, my best friend, my very own wife, Raven. My baby's birthday today. Happy birthday, babe. You are everything to me. You mean the world to me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Like, she's currently back there right now. Get some TLC, braiding her hair and stuff. We're going to have a nice dinner tomorrow evening. But she is my everything. Fellas, let me tell you something. When you have a good woman, you better hold on to her.
Hold on to your love. Happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday, Raven. You know me and Keisha love you to death. Many, 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 many more.
Oh, yeah. And I'm blessed that I'm able to have this journey with someone by my side. It's nothing like it's. Oh yeah, thank you, Batty. Um, it's nothing like having a life partner with you to walk side by side with you, to go through trials and tribulations with you. And
I ain't never lied on that.
she put up with a lot of my bullshit, and I'm just trying to just continue to grow as a man. And because by this time next week, the day will already pass. Happy birthday to my big brother right here, brother Warhawk, thrower of crackheads. Big brother.
Thank you, brother.
Know. You already know.
Also, while we're getting on the birthday trend, tomorrow is a very special day. My chocolate gumdrop, my boogers, my Ryan. It's her birthday. Oh boy, teenager.
Woo.
Big 1-4.
Happy birthday, young princess. Turn into a
and of course, on August 20th, the national holiday of all holidays, my brother Mike, happy birthday, King. Many more. You already know, bro.
You already know, big bro. You already know how we rocking. We rocking till the motherfucking wheels fall off, man. You know what I'm saying? I love you, big bro.
Love you, brother.
It's so fitting that, because you know what, time just flies by, right? And Kenny and I have known each other. Hello, Dolores. Good evening. It's fitting how you meet someone, and like Kenny and I have been knowing each other about 8 years now, going on a decade now that we've been locked in, and it's so fitting because we have the same birthday and we are literally a decade apart from one another.
Right.
Like we're basically twins, just pretty much.
Right. Pretty much.
We're basically twins. Like I said, Kenny, thank you, my brother. Just thank you. You know how I feel about you. How I feel about your lovely wife, Keisha, your entire family. Just, bro, as we approaching another year of life, just keep on shining, keep on grinding, and just keep being you, brother.
Thank you, brother, bro. You already know we going. Bad boys for life ain't just a term. I mean, we know when we say we family.
Word.
So we ain't even got to get further into that. Let's get into some wrestling.
Yeah, let's talk about some wrestling.
Let's get into some wrestling. We getting all mushy and shit. Let's talk about somebody who would probably call us punks for being mushy. Our boy Randy fucking Tito, happy birthday. Our boy Randy Orton. Thank you, Tito. Randy Orton, plain and simple, has said, "Yo, it's to the point where I'm gonna retire at some point. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm gonna retire." But the thing about it is, it's not that he's just gonna retire. He has decided that Randy wants to be a WWE lifer, which by all means is fitting. It's by all means fitting. Like, I could never see Randy Orton in any other promotion. Never. Like, It just wouldn't look right. It wouldn't feel right. Like, as much as Adam Copeland is having fun in AEW, he doesn't look right there.
No.
I'm sorry. He doesn't look right. Like, certain people you expect to be lifers, and Randy is going to be a lifer. And that's not a problem. Earlier, Randy actually had an interview most recently, and taking a quote his sports page that Mongo gave up. Randy says on his what would you want to talk about show, Cody Rhodes asked Orton which star would he like to face in his retirement match, and Randy Orton responded by naming the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. I mean, that's only fitting considering the fact that Randy brought in Cody and Ted DiBiase Jr. with Legacy. So why not? Why not Cody be his final match?
Yeah.
That makes absolute sense. Randy then goes on to say, I'm 44. I like to wrestle at least until I'm 50. God, that makes me feel so old, but men have done it before and tore the house down. It depends on who's top. If you were to ask me that question now and I had to give you an answer, I'd, I'd say you 5 years from now, maybe the answer is different. I'd say, I'm sorry. If you were to ask me that right now, that'd be the answer I'd give you. 5 years from now, maybe that answer is different, but something tells me it won't be. Pretty much Randy's saying he's gonna die in the ring, y'all. He ain't gonna never, ever stop. Then he goes on to say, I don't want to retire and have a last match and then leave the company and have another last match and then another one and then another one. Like John, we talked about Cena quite a bit. I feel like when he says, this is my last Royal Rumble, this is my last Elimination Chamber, this is my last WrestleMania, he means it. If anyone's ever meant it, that's him. That was when they asked him about, do they think that Cena is going to actually retire? And he's like, nah, John is at that point where, he wants to quit. And when I get to that point, that's how I want to be. I don't, basically, low-key throwing shade at Rick, throwing shade at Taker, throwing shade at a lot of people he's punted over the years. Pretty much saying, yo, when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah. Wrestling is one of the few professions where you see these athletes wrestling into their 50s. Like you see in AEW, hell, Billy Gunn is 60. And
Right.
still active wrestling, still in great shape. Randy is
and if you notice, just to bring up Billy Gunn never does none of them fucking crazy ass spots that the rest of that everybody else does when he's in those matches. Billy Gunn comes in as the powerhouse old man strength. I'm gonna punch you, slam you, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy's at that point where he can do that now.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can easily see Randy wrestling till he's 50. Easily. He's in great shape. His style of wrestling, although it's still technical, but he's getting into that old man stage, like you just said about Billy Gunn. Punch you, slam you, RKO, 1, 2, 3.
Plus, Randy's at a status and a level where he doesn't have to take every single type of match that's out there. Like we said this the other day, Randy's at a level where he can go, you know what? I'm not wrestling that feud. I'm not doing that feud. And on top of that, Randy is also one of the safest wrestlers in the industry, which is why his career has been prolonged for as long as it has. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Granted, when he first came out, he caught the injury bug with his shoulder that kept his debut delayed. But once he got in, Randy wasn't injured like that.
Yeah, and like we've always said about him, Randy are the perfectionist too. Like
right.
Randy pays attention to every little detail in the ring.
It got to the point where Randy is so meticulous and is such a perfectionist, as we pointed out, and you just said that a couple of times we were like, yo, a couple of Randy matches are boring. Because that's how meticulous and he is, and he's not going to get himself or hurt him, not going to get himself hurt or hurt the person he's in the ring with. So him wrestling in the 50 is a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Easily.
And unlike Cena, Cena has gotten to that rare realm to where Hollywood is just like, no, bro, you're coming over here.
Yeah.
You're done with that. Hollywood made the decision for Cena.
But you know what?
Decision for Rock.
Right. And those two do right. Hey, Kanisha. Yeah. And big ass dollar store cups.
Mm-hmm.
No. What you call it? And no blame to them, because guess what? I don't mind being paid a couple of million to learn some lines.
Exactly.
And Disney was paying out the ass for The Rock for anything that they wanted.
Mm-hmm. Hell, Rock is the highest paid actor in the world.
Behind Will Smith, I think.
Yep. Like Rock is top 3, if not number 1. So, but yeah, like when you look at Randy, you just look at his career. Randy is a wrestler's wrestler. Like Randy is one of those wrestlers that this is what he wants to do for the rest of his life is wrestle. And it like I said, like it wouldn't shock me if we see Randy wrestle another 5, maybe hell, even 10 years, because of the fact that we got the technology now. These men and women, they got the proper, medical equipment, proper medical staff to keep them healthy. They ain't got to go through drastic measures like they did back in the day to keep.
And on top of that, they got besides having the doctors to keep the wrestlers healthy, the wrestlers are keeping each other healthy.
Yeah.
Like the whole culture is completely different backstage now and stuff like that. People ain't going from the ring straight to the bathroom and hit 4 or 5 lines of Booger Sugar no more.
Exactly.
Nah, they stretching, drinking a power shake, maybe playing some video games and going home.
they're not going straight to the bar and drink and closing the bar out after each show.
Right. Matter of fact, the only time you see a professional athlete like in a bar setting, a professional wrestler like in a bar setting, at least with WWE now, is it's not even a bar. It's usually like a concert.
Yeah.
Like when they showed Trick and Lash at who was it, Sexy Red's concert?
Yeah.
Like you see them, you don't see them at like a bar, like, or you see them at an actual restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see wrestlers out in bars like how you used to. Like how you used to catch pictures of like Taker and shit, or HBK in a random bar in San Antonio or something. You don't catch that no more like that. The boys want to stay healthy to get more money to prolong their career. Can't be mad at that. Somewhere along the line, somebody said, "Hey, if we stay healthy, we can make more money. Y'all down with that? Cool."
Exactly. And you brought up guys like Taker and Ric Flair not too long ago. Now those guys were living that lifestyle, didn't keep themselves healthy, wasn't great enough with their money, and now look at them now, old and still trying to collect a check just to stay afloat.
Terrible. But Randy wrestling till he's 50. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. Now, jumping ship real quick over to, I guess, enemy lines. Since we were going WWE, now we're talking about AEW. AEW came through with a massive deal. Massive deal. They will be having All In at the Globe Life Field in Arlington. This is the same stadium that Texas Rangers play in. It's a beautiful goddamn stadium.
Yeah, it is.
It's a beautiful goddamn stadium. I'll read just a little insert here. This is actually coming from All Elite's page. It says, on behalf of everyone at AEW, we're excited to bring AEW All In Texas to Globe Life Field in Arlington on July 12, 2025, said Tony Khan. AEW All In Texas will make history as both our first ever pay-per-view in Texas as well as AEW's American Stadium debut, building on the rich legacy of stadium wrestling events held in the U.S., particularly in the Lone Star State. We are thrilled for Arlington to partner with All Elite Wrestling for the biggest event of 2025, said Arlington Mayor Jim Ross. How fitting is that? The mayor of Arlington name is Jim fucking Ross.
Wow.
How fitting is that? Fans from around the world will converge on our beautiful city to be part of AEW All in Texas, delivering a significant economic windfall to the region, which is true. Like, honestly, if you have a big event like this, you're gonna you're gonna produce revenue. The mom and pop shops are gonna get business because tourists are gonna come in. Whatever food chain is or whatever chain stores are already down there, going to get even more business. So he's right; it's going to make the region really, really hot.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to All in Texas, a series of events in Arlington are being planned leading up to the event as well. So it looks like they just trying to take over Texas.
I mean, they're following the WWE business model. Hell, think
But
about
let me ask you a question: is that a them doing that though? Is that a direct jab at WWE, considering the fact that Texas is Stone Cold Steve Austin country, Undertaker country, and HBK country?
um I don't think it's a jab. I think it's more so they see what excuse me, they see what WWE has done, especially with their major events like WrestleMania and like
Right. RP
SummerSlam.
B King. Just heard about that too.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace, B King. Um, they've seen with WWE has done with like WrestleMania, with like SummerSlam recently. They see that when they have those big events, they take over the whole city for the whole week. Not even just that weekend, the whole week. Hell, with SummerSlam in Cleveland, they had their own SummerSlam store that was open for the entire weekend from Thursday all the way to Sunday. So AEW is looking at that like, okay, we have a big pay per view coming up. We can do the same thing in Arlington. So I think when it comes to this, they're just looking at that business model and saying, okay, we have to emulate that at somewhat. Because like you said, that's a beautiful stadium. That's a big baseball stadium too.
Yeah, yeah. I personally, as much as a wrestling fan as I am, and don't get me wrong, if I'm ever offered free tickets, I'll definitely go. I'm not going to fucking say I'm not going to deny them. But if I had to purchase my own ticket, I would never go to a stadium event for a wrestling show. Like I wouldn't go to a stadium because think about the Cincinnati Bengals Stadium or think about Brown Stadium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. And let's say you came in one day, your man said, "Yo, I got $2 tickets." You like 2 rows up from the bleachers, from the very top of that damn stadium, and now you got to look down at a wrestling ring. That shit is gonna look like an ant.
Yeah.
And then if I have to watch it on a screen because of that, I might as well watch it at home.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could chill and at least I get commentary, not the fat dude next to me snoring.
I feel like for an event like that, you have to be willing to spend the bread, and you got to prepare way ahead of time. Like if you're going to WrestleMania, you're going to SummerSlam, any big event in a stadium, you have to plan a couple years in advance, at least a couple years in advance, because you're going to be spending a shit ton of dough in order to get a decent seat. Then, especially if you're traveling, hotels, Airbnb or whatnot, transportation.
You know how much since this damn announcement went out, the average cost of a hotel room in the Arlington area was about for I say upper nice hotel. You say maybe about $275 a night. That shit has already jumped up to $550.
Oh yeah. First of all, Texas is already expensive by itself.
As fuck.
Now you add a major wrestling event there? Oh, hell yeah. They over there like Birdman just rubbing their hands like, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Go ahead, spend that bread because they know the folks are. They know those folks are going to spend that bread. They're going to buy all the merch they can buy, all food, drinks, whatever, transportation, all that.
Mm-hmm.
On top of where they're going to stay for that weekend. So, yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Me neither.
I really don't blame them. Because I do the same shit.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah! If I was a city official there, and if I was doing business with AEW, WWE, or anybody else, I'm like, hey, you want to have a major event here? Okay, bet. Go ahead and hike up them prices. We're gonna charge for this, because we know those folks are coming.
Right.
They're gonna probably fill at least what? I mean, I'm just guessing what, maybe 35,000, 40,000.
Easily. If Wembley got them 70,000.
Oh yeah, so they probably gonna get about 50,000 in that stadium. I don't know the capacity, but that's a big ass stadium. They can play about 50, maybe 60,000.
I mean, good for them.
Yeah,
good for them. This is gonna be a great showing for them. I just hope everything lines up in place, and I hope that by the time this comes around, the injury bug that's been biting them is gone, so everybody's healthy for their storyline, so they can put on a great show.
Exactly.
Because that's what's been killing them lately. You know, speaking of AEW, let's go over Dynamite real quick last night. Dynamite was a good show. Maybe.
For what I've seen, it was all right. I'm not gonna hold you. I've not been on the big AEW kick lately. I think it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, and I know they're gonna be saying, I know some of the viewers can say, oh, here they go bashing AEW again. It's not that. It's just, you got this whole DB, Hangman, and Swerve situation. It's just so, it's irritating to me. Because we know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. Mind you, we've been watching WWE since we were all little, right? And we've seen predictable show after predictable show after predictable show. But it's like, even then, it's still like, bruh, you got Bryan Danielson over here saying all this talk. Oh, well, you know.
I want to spend more time with Birdie. If I lose, that nigga, you ain't losing.
Exactly, you're not losing. Like, you're trying to sell something, but ain't nobody trying to buy it. Ain't nobody buying that shit. We know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. You're going to win the title. You're going to have another run. Swerve and Hangman is going to finish their feud, but more than likely, Hangman is going to screw Swerve over.
Well, this will be Brian's first run with the AEW title. He's never had it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and the part that's making me a little like, I don't know about this is I don't want to happen what is probably going to happen. He's probably going to win and then retire with the belt. And then we're going to get a goddamn tournament.
Yep.
That's what I don't want to happen. Like, I hate to say it. If you're going to make him win the belt, the next person to beat Daniel needs to murder him. Make it look like they injured his ass to the point where he had no choice but to retire. Make us forget that he had that speech.
Mm-hmm. And listen, they can't hide the inevitable. It has to be Ospreay. It has to be. Like, you have to put that belt on Ospreay at some point. You have to. Because guess what? We don't know if Kenny Omega is going to ever return.
That's right.
So who's your biggest star there? It's Will Ospreay. You got to put the belt on him.
But you do, but like I said, the person that beats Brian, They got to destroy him. They really have to destroy him.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't have him lose on him and Ospreay are gonna have a fucking technical classic match where they're gonna be beating the hell out of each other. That's not gonna be it. That's not gonna be it. You're right, Betty. I was just getting ready to go into that too. Swerve has now gone full heel. Full heel. Hold on, I'm gonna share a little bit of it. I'm not gonna share too much. Don't want to get in trouble by AEW peoples.
Brian, I said last week that I was going to show you and the rest of the world why I am the most dangerous man in all elite wrestling. That was just an example of what I'm going to do to you in front of 50,000 people at Wembley Stadium in 2 weeks. Brian, you're going to bring your family, right? Because right where you sat, front row, and watched me mutilate Wheeler Yuta, it's the same thing I'm going to do in front of your daughter when she watches you have your last match. Then you can fulfill that promise that you made to her.
Yeah, see, Swerve done went too far. Talking about people's daughters.
Yeah, but you know what? He took the same angle with Ospreay though. The exact same angle.
But here's the thing: Tito was absolutely right. When Swerve came to House of Glory and he had his match with Amazing Red, that man literally went from face everybody Swerve when I draw, like hyped as shit that he came in there, to the point where he said some shit where I was afraid for his life. I'm like, oh, he don't know. There is some hood niggas around the corner that will be waiting for him. He better chill with what he's talking about. When that man brought up the Knicks, I was like, oh, they about to lock the doors on Swerve. It's about to be over for him. Like, and then by the end of that matchup, he was face again. By the end of that matchup, he was face again. So Swerve has that ability to be able to go back and forth. In this scenario, you're right. He has no choice but to be a heel because it's Mr. Finney's retirement party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't bring up the baby. You bring up my kid, I'm gonna snap your neck.
Yeah.
You bring up my kid, I'm gonna snap your neck through your asshole. I'm gonna be honest. Hey, don't bring my kids into this.
And we know AEW have no conscience when it comes to bringing family members, whether it be children, whether it be alive or dead.
Yeah, Batty, you bring up my kids, I'm liable to do some shit that you didn't think was scientifically possible. Just to prove the point that don't you ever put my kid's name in your mouth. Like, don't bring up my fucking princesses. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
like I said, Swerve is going to lose. But then, like I said, whoever beats the monster shit out of Ryan can then lose to Ospreay. You know what I mean? And because, like I said, you have to have somebody destroy him. It has to be a monster. Somebody that you build up as somebody just wrecking and running through people. Beat him to the point that you're like, oh, damn. damn. And at this point, they don't have anybody healthy.
I was just about to say, like, who would they?
Wardlow. I really am. I have a T-shirt that says "Girl Dad" too.
Wardlow, or see, and this is how they book themselves into a corner. If anything, why not just put Hangman in that match and make it a triple threat, and then Hangman can kill Danielson?
Nah, that's still not a believable thing.
I mean, so it has to be because, I mean, Batty says Hobbs, but what has Hobbs done? I mean, granted, we're all fans of Hobbs, and Hobbs does make sense. But what have they done? What has he done lately?
This is a good option right here.
Bring in Lashley to do it?
I mean, that could be your best bet.
Yeah.
Takeshita ain't. I don't know. Like I said, it would have to be somebody that's dominant. And the problem with AEW is they let everybody lose at every time, randomly.
Where's Miro? Exactly.
Same place my height is at.
Like,
nowhere to be fucking found.
Joe, he's doing Twisted Metal, so you can't have Joe do it. So I'm just looking for like the monstrous man in AEW helps. I mean,
see, here's the thing: Kenny Omega wouldn't destroy him. Kenny Omega would give him the HBK Ric Flair, I'm sorry, I love you. That's what he would give him. Nah, I want somebody that has absolutely no ties to him, just wants that belt and is just going to beat the shit out of him. The same way, what needs to happen when Bryan loses that belt needs to be the same way Ricochet was last seen on WWE television. Leave it in a fucking ambulance. You know what? This might be it.
I was just thinking Big Bill, but I'm like,
But he has to get away from Jericho.
Exactly.
He has to get away from Jericho.
And do you want to put that belt on Big Bill?
Because you know why? Like I said, that person who beats him and can lose to Offspring.
And then you're gonna have that big monster lose to Ospreay?
That you can have. You can have Bill lose to Ospreay. That's not a problem because Ospreay is the next one. That's not a problem. But you can have Big Bill be the transitional motherfucker. For real. You can have Big Bill be the transition. Joining us, folks, the man with the band in his hand, the myth, the legend, Mr. Matty Reigns. Are you fucking serious, champion? Bitch ass motherfucker. All right, hey.
What's up,
hey,
y'all?
Matt.
Sorry for being late. I was
It's all right.
Nigga, I'm late every week.
I know. I've
Be
been
lucky this nigga came to work.
I've been sick most of. I'm feeling a whole lot better, Kanisha, because I know I told them I told Greg and some of the other guys, but I ain't told y'all. So I have not been at work since Tuesday. I've been sick since Tuesday.
Damn. Well, what happened?
Yeah.
Eat something? What the hell?
Man, like my body just like shut down. Just like it just said like, nah, we done. So like yesterday I had to go to urgent care. I went to Little Clinic because my stomach was just killing me. Because I hadn't been eating. So I'm like, I'm definitely constipated. I know that. So they were like, they got me in there and then they checked my blood pressure and they were like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? They're like, your blood pressure is really, really high right now. They're like, I'm like, how high is it? They're like, heart attack levels. Like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing all right. They're like, all right, we're going to start you back on your blood pressure medication. So I did that. I'm back on that, and then I just been cooling for most of the day. I finally am not constipated. that finally.
That's it. I mean, that's it. Huh?
That's
Thank you. Well,
The bad part about now, I figured out the culprit of that. Now, if y'all remember, if you follow me on Instagram, remember where I went. It was not a hernia. Thankfully, they checked for everything because I went in there on the humblest of humbles, and I was
that man said my ass hurt. Help.
it wasn't even my. I was like, it was literally. I stand up. It was literally just this.
All that. Mm-hmm.
It was just that. It just felt like that was just hard. And I'm like, it literally started. I went to that Rick and Morty event. I had those 3 cocktails. I came home and I ate a bunch of Oreos. The Oreos did me in.
What did I tell you? Yo, don't y'all listen to me don't I tell y'all every single time? Because y'all know me. I smoke and then I drink and then what do I get? Chocolate donut. And then what do I come in the chat and tell y'all the next day? Yo, liquor and chocolate don't mix. I tell y'all that every single time. You know what I did today? When I got home, because I'm on vacation, I had me a bit. My boss makes liquor. He gave me some liquor. Had me a little sippy sip. And you know what else I had? 2 fucking chocolate donuts. You know what's gonna happen tomorrow? My stomach is gonna fucking hurt.
Like, so I was sitting up here because like it happened on Tuesday. I went to work and I left work in the middle of the day, and I ain't came back. I'm gonna go back tomorrow because I finally feel good. But like, see, I'm back on the blood pressure medication. I can definitely feel the difference with that on me, and I've been eating. Well, I ate some soup today. I've been slowly getting back to 100%. Tomorrow I should be all the way back together. But yeah, everything on me tried to fall apart as soon as I got this new job. So shit. But I'm here to talk wrestling. I am here because I ain't gonna miss no wrestling.
We were talking about how we all know Danielson is going to be Swerve for the belt.
Okay, yeah, I heard y'all talking about that when I was watching.
Yeah, and when I said that we need to have somebody destroy Danielson, like I said,
Hangman.
I don't think Hangman is ruthless enough. Like, we need some. Like I said, Danielson needs to be leaving the same way we saw Ricochet last leave in WWE, in an ambulance with his woman running behind the ambulance.
Yeah,
gonna get him to the. That's how. Since he's gonna, because he's not retiring right now, and so since you're taking the belt off the one of the hottest guys right now, the person to do you in.
Kanisha said pop.
The person to do you in has to be somebody that'll be dirty.
True. At this point,
like I said, if you can get Big Bill away from Jericho, that's a definite good option. And it'll also be like the first time that AEW's had a champion that was probably over 6'4". We're 6'4".
Whoever it is, they got to start building them up now, so they can be that super over baddie when they do destroy Daniel Bryan. Like, because
if Wardlow wasn't hurt, I'd say actually do Wardlow.
Because Mike said it perfectly earlier. Because he was like, y'all both said it. We already know. We know Bryan Danielson gonna win. If he don't win, I'll be shocked. I will be completely shocked, utterly shocked if he does not beat Swerve. Because they've made it so realistic at this point. It's like, all right, it's all or nothing. He's either winning or he's not. Like, either he's winning or he's done. Like, he's done.
Like, and it's the truth. Like, and he's not done. So that's not even what you call it. That's not even a club right now.
And
It's the old. Oh, I'm done with everything. You know, this is just how I want to be. Yeah. This motherfucker signed another 8-year contract.
Right.
and
Like
you
we
know
know he
what?
not done.
And you know what, Kenny? Like, and I totally get where you're coming from. Where you want a monster, an actual monster, to destroy Danielson. I get that, but they don't believe in monsters.
They got plenty of them that they do nothing with. You brought up a perfectly
Exactly.
good person. Where the fuck is Miro?
Exactly. Like that's why I mentioned him earlier. Like they don't believe in their monsters to be their main champion.
Which is
Like
crazy.
they want the slightly above cruiserweight or cruiserweight to be their champion.
They're too. I don't know. They don't really know what they want. It all depends.
They want to be a professional indie promotion. That's the best way to describe it. A professional indie promotion.
Yeah. Okay. Tito just said. He said, "What about Mox?" That could be. That's a good option. Mox.
But then it's like, do you want Mox with the fucking belt again?
There you go. And again, like I said, I have a feeling that Mox will give him the old H. Mox also would give him the same thing I think Omega would give him, the HBK Ric Flair. I'm sorry, I love you.
And like, look, y'all know
Like
how
I want him gone in a stretcher, like gone.
he won't dance.
And I don't mean it in a bad way, but I'm just saying, if you're taking the belt off the hottest wrestler in your promotion right now that is getting so many viewers, so many people interested, like he's transcended he's taking your company to another level. He really has. Swerve is definitely taking your company to another level because he has officially introduced the hip hop culture pretty much to AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you have having a black champion means more than what you know, Tony Khan. It really does. So you having him taking it off him, and I'm not saying, like I said, I love DB. I love my boy Danielson, yo. Like he is definitely top 5 for me, one of the greatest wrestlers ever, hands down, hands down. But if they're gonna have him do this, take it off of this hot particular dude, he has to be murdered. That's the best way to put it. Like he has to, especially since everything is, oh, you know, my condition. I'm starting to have this again. I'm starting to have that. You need to have somebody, quote unquote, beat him to the point that those issues flare the fuck up right after the match. And his ass is gone.
Yeah.
Especially if he's not going to be on TV for the foreseeable future. Like if he's not going to be involved with AEW, y'all might as well write him off like that.
Yeah.
Give him a type of ending. Give him a final ending like he's Sting, because we know Sting ain't coming back, but in a worse way. Yeah, Tony D style. If he wants to be done, if he wants to be done as he's saying he wants to be finished with wrestling, then hell, go out like that.
Right. Go. You've already put yourself in harm's way by coming back to professional wrestling.
Right.
Then you put yourself in super harm's way after the doctor told you, I don't think you should wrestle this many matches. And now they gave you a countdown on how many matches you had left in you when you decide to come back. It's like, bro, you got about 10 more matches. What you want to do? You want to push it to 25. Now they like, yep, ain't nothing else we can do for you. It's a wrap for you. So like, you gotta murder him. You gotta. You have to. You have to. I see no other way. And like I said, MJF can be ruthless,
Where's Adam Cole? Is he still injured?
Yeah, he's still hurt. Or he moving to Pittsburgh with Britt, all that stuff. It's all the same.
Yeah, she put the ultimatum on that ass.
Yeah.
You want me, your ass better come up here.
Yeah.
Ain't no more Panama Sunrise, more like Steel City Sunsets.
But and again, like that goes to, and I've always said about this company, they have an identity crisis. To Kenny's point earlier, they don't know what they want in their champion. You got all these monsters, but you don't utilize them properly. The champions that you did have, you run them to the ground. Hence the big ass injury report that they always have. So it's like they booked themselves into a corner.
They have a core, and that's the thing. When Danielson wins, now you're going to take the two young top people and have them in a feud again with no belt.
Mm-hmm.
Those two should always have a belt in between them.
Yeah. They should be feuding. They should be feuding for the belt right now.
Like this, like whether you know it or not, this is your Swerve and Hangman are your Stone Cold and Rock right now.
Oh yeah, and MJF is definitely Triple H.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Really is.
Like they have everything. They have everything to have a great company. They just need to let TK needs to let other people besides him just be the main guy. He can't be the Vince McMahon of AEW. Like, dude, you need to let other people reign.
Exactly.
With here's the thing here's the problem with Tony Khan running AEW the way he is, and you just brought it up, man. TK, you can't be Vince for one main reason and one main reason alone. Wrestling is not your first passion. It's something that you got into later on. Vince's daddy was a wrestling promoter. Vince has been in this shit since birth. Wrestling was all his ass knew.
Right.
So you got to remember, he has the mind of everything. The wrestler, what they need to do, what this person need to do. Like, he's been in this his entire life. So doing the things that him being able to run the company and write only made sense because he had decades of experience before he decided to do it.
Mm-hmm.
TK, unfortunately, you don't have that experience. So because of that, you need to hire people with that type of experience to help guide you.
What TK has is an unlimited checkbook. He's a diehard wrestling fan that has an unlimited checkbook. And to your point, Kenny, he wasn't born into the business. He just went to his dad one day and said, "Hey, I want to own a wrestling company."
Right. I wish
his dad basically. It's like I don't even understand. It's like at this point he should have a team because you can't try and be the booker for Ring of Honor and AEW. You got too many stories.
Use that money, baby. Use that money. Hire some writers.
Like he can at least tell them the vision you're trying to do, that you're trying to go on. Give them a skeleton of a story that you're trying to tell, and let them do it. Like come on, because at some point you're gonna spread yourself too thin. and you're still trying to do stuff for your soccer team, and you're still trying to do stuff for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like, bruh.
Right. It's not wrestling. Wrestling is AEW is not your first and only love. That's the biggest difference between him and Vince McMahon, and that's going to be the biggest difference between any entrepreneur against another entrepreneur. If your business isn't your first love, where you eat, sleep, drink, breathe, shit it all day, it's not going to thrive. It's not going to thrive. You have to put that sweat, work, tears, be on call. No such thing as a vacation. You're on call 24/7, 365, 7 days a week. You're a baby.
Like, I understand. Like, there's no reason he should be the Vince McMahon of AEW. Like, dude, you should just be the owner. You should be the owner, and that's about it. Owner and all that other special stuff. Let people pay people to tell the stories you want to be told.
You know what's so ironic? It's like, dude, y'all own a football team. What does your football team have? General managers,
right?
Department, coaches. It has levels that does all the work for you. You just signed a paycheck.
Right. You ain't out there calling no fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing with this wrestling thing, and you'll be just perfect. Listen, I can guarantee this, man. If they let that happen, if Tony decides to go, you know what? Let me literally step back and just be a figurehead and let these people run this show and get some writers and stuff. I guarantee you, AEW will beat out WWE in almost every ranking for their show. Just because of the active, just because of the type of stars, the fact that their stars are so young too. Mm-hmm. Except for the mocks, except for the people that they keep wanting to put the belt on.
Exactly.
People that they keep wanting to put the belt on are the old heads, but they have young ass rosters. AEW can cook when they want to, man. Like when they get a good storyline going, they get a good storyline going. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They just come so far in between. That I'm not gonna lie, as a wrestling fan, it makes me bored sometimes, because sometimes I'll turn on AEW and I'm like, yo, what is the purpose of this match? Not every match should have a purpose, of course. I miss it. There's something called squash matches. Everything is a squash match every now and then. It's not a problem. But when I feel like almost every match I'm watching is like that, that's when I get like, let me see what else is on.
And that's why I preface saying what I said. Like, you know what? I really haven't been in the mood to really watch AEW. Like, I'll tune in just to see what's going on, but if it don't capture my interest within the first few minutes, I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to watch AEW. But I really don't. Like this
AEW lives by card subject to change. That's literally their plans. They're always subject to change. At one point, what was it? 2 years ago, this summer, I guess, we were in the summer of Punk. We were going to be Punk was going to be carrying AEW. Like, now he's in WWE. So, like, their plans get destroyed all the time because they put all their eggs onto one person. The CM Punk basket. Oh, now you look like garbage.
And you know what? Like, and that's what we always say. Like, when your product is always subject to change, again, identity crisis. You don't know what you want to do.
Right.
You don't know what you want to do. Like, we're always having to, right? Scratch this, right? Erase that. It's like you have no cohesiveness.
Nope.
Yeah.
None.
Kenny has said this since day one. They need writers. You need a writing team. You can't be back there with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and whoever else writing the damn storylines. They gotta focus on what they're doing on camera.
Right.
They can't focus on what their on-screen character is going to be and write the fucking stories. What? Can't have that.
That's why. Honestly, that's why the women's division failed for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You had Omega running the women's division by himself. He was being stretched too thin. Plain and simple. Get some. Like I said, I can guarantee if they get the proper writers, AEW will beat out WWE in every single rating category there is.
And when you look at and he hasn't been on TV recently, but when we have seen Tony Khan on TV in the past, that man is stressed the fuck out.
Yo, is he?
Stressed.
Honestly, folks, we sit here and we crack jokes and shit like that. We like, oh, that man Tony's out there getting lifted or whatever. Yo, that man has lost so much weight since since starting his damn business from stress. Those are sleepless nights trying to figure out what the fuck to do. Because you're sitting there trying to run the business and run the business.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do both. You can't do both like that. Like that man, like I said, we tease and shit like that, and we make jokes or whatever the case may be. Other people might be serious. Sometimes we're serious, sometimes we're not. But overall, we know that man is stressed the fuck out. He's literally sitting in gorilla, pulling at his fucking hair. You can tell because when he comes out at the end of the show, his shit don't look nothing like it did when he came out in the beginning.
Right.
Hair be all over his head, eyes be wider than all outside.
Shirt half tucked in, because this man done probably paced about 800 times, wondering if this wrestler's here on time or whatever the case may be. Like Tony, you gotta get a team for this, brother. Get a team for this. Get a team for this, so that way you don't have to. Right? The best thing that you gotta remember, it took Vince how many years to finally reveal that he was really in charge? It had been damn near almost 20 years before people really
right
that Vince was in charge. They thought this man was just a regular color commentator. Then they find out, oh wait, he owns this. What you mean he owns it?
All right. He's the boss?
Like the boss? Like, nah, this is a storyline. Nah, where's Jack Tully at? Jack Tully. What y'all talking about? Where's Jack at? It took us 20 years to figure out Vince was in charge. Why? Because he had a fucking team.
Mm-hmm. When you cut the checks, you have everybody else do the work for you. It's just that simple. When you when your name is on the check, just have everybody else do the work for you, and you just make money.
And you got to remember, Vince was always also an on-screen character. Mm-hmm. So him writing the stories was easy because he was on screen. He didn't, you know what I mean? So it was, like I said, TK, you have the talent, you have the money, put it to your advantage, brother. Put it to your advantage. Take over. All right. Mongo has one more banner for us to go over before we get out of here. He wants to talk about a little bit of highlights from this week in wrestling. Picking out some of our favorite moments of the week so far that has come and gone. I'll tell you right now my favorite moment. Samantha Irvin's Wednesday hump post. and Chase U winning gold. There we go. Those are my favorite moments for the week.
I would say mine would definitely be the Samantha Irvin post. Shout out to Samantha Irvin.
Right. Let's just get the elephant out the room. She had her cheeks out. They were nice.
Mm-hmm. And we're 3 for 3 on that. Yes, Lord.
Right.
And then probably I would be right there with Kenny. I would say probably the highlights, that IC title match with Sammy and Braun. That was a good ass match. And definitely Chase U winning the tag titles.
Thank you for bringing that up. Sammy getting lawn darted.
Exactly. That was my favorite moment.
Another moment. I know your horny ass ain't talking.
Oh, ma'am.
She was talking about climbing up on Oba.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
I thought, now, listen. Wrestling is fake. Well, I shouldn't say fake. Wrestling is sports entertainment. And we know these guys know how to land and shit like that. I don't know if Sammy had time to put his hands up to stop his head from hitting that wall when he got lost. Braun lost his ass. I don't think Sammy had no fucking time. I think Sammy
sharing all those angles. Like that other angle that Sammy shared, it's just like, at basically just when I just saw it, I retweeted it, and I was just like, this is why I like wrestling. Like, people were like, oh, it's fake. Nah, ain't nothing fake about that. That's just real.
That shit.
Yeah, that's just real.
Yo, like I said, it was not enough time for him to put his fucking hands up. Like, usually when they do this shit, at the last minute, they go like this or nah, that motherfucker that hit the bit straight. I was like, oh, like you knew Sammy might have been asleep for a good 10 seconds.
Right.
His arm was twisted like this. Like he went to sleep for a good 10 seconds. Oh.
Lord.
That hears? I don't even want to know which one of y'all is screaming. Terrible.
Yeah, those are probably some of my highlights. And then we got Roman coming back tomorrow, so that's always going to be a highlight.
Oh, yeah, Tribal Chief.
Right. So hopefully we on the road to Bash to Berlin, so that's probably we're going to probably get Roman versus Solo at Bash at Berlin. See, all these overseas shows getting all the good shows. They ain't giving us nothing over here for America.
Spoiled asses.
You know what?
Right. Now we know how it feels.
Mike just said it. We broke. US is broke. WWE ain't stupid. They're like, you know what? These niggas over here is broke. They don't even want to pay the Barclay prices. You know what? Let's take our asses across the water and see what we can do. Oh, they pay over here? Yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of shows over here teaching y'all broke niggas unless it's street rats.
And Ben, you my boy, but I don't know what you got. You so obsessed with the street trash bullshit. Don't nobody want to be called no damn street trash. Trying to make Judgment Day that they gonna be still called Judgment Day. Now they gonna be the street trash is gonna be also on their gear.
Oh my God!
I don't want to be called that. That sounds offensive.
Right.
Because Jafar damn sure meant it in an offensive way where he's
and Gunther definitely meant it in an offensive way.
Oh, 500%. You dirty Puerto Rican. That's pretty much what Gunther was saying the fucking thing.
Right.
Unfortunately. It was like, hold on, Gunther. I like you, but you're going too far now, motherfucker. Like,
First of all, birthday. He's also part of the August 20th Brotherhood. But Gunther, my God.
Right. You can't be just calling everybody street trash or willy-nilly.
Right.
You can't do that, brother. You got to.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my highlights, and we got Nia coming back. This is her first address because they had the time last week, so now she gonna get her time this week now that she is this is her first address as women's champion and queen of the ring.
Listen, Batty, come on. I do not want to think of Gunther as Schillinger from Oz.
Hey, I already told y'all they put everything behind Gunther to be that other N-word besides calling him that. I understood that gimmick from the get-go. I like it. As long as they don't say it, they do everything as close as they
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid about with Netflix. I know we gonna hit nigga one time right on that damn screen, and I'm gonna be like, ain't this about a bitch? Because it's gonna be Tozawa. It's gonna be Tozawa saying it to Xavier. Tozawa's gonna be like, nigga, please, and it's gonna fuck everything up.
They're gonna have New Day say it's gonna be New Day.
That's what I said. Tozawa to Xavier Woods. It's gonna be part of it. Tozawa is gonna say it. He's gonna be like, nigga, please. Good. I'm telling you, boy. He's gonna come in and be like, what's up, my nigga? He gonna hit us with the do-rag Vince.
Or it's gonna be John Cena. He gonna come back. Basic thugonomics.
Don't make me hate John Cena. I try my best to block that out at times. Like, goddamn.
John Cena gonna go up and say the N-word. Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
Again.
Yeah, that's what that was. My work off.
Listen, I need it. As soon as we get to Netflix, I'm afraid that we're gonna get some live person like that.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get a whole bunch of that crowd is gonna be ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
You know what? You know what's wild? I hope the crowd is more of a younger crowd.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because if it's more of a younger crowd, they'll go there just to enjoy the show. If it's somebody that's a little bit older, they're going to want to turn that episode into attitude era.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's going to be the problem. I hope the crowd is non-attitude era-ish going on, because if it's that, you're going to see somebody. You're definitely going to see somebody trying to flash themselves. You might see somebody try to jump in the ring, stuff just because it's on Netflix. It is.
People gonna be stupid. It's gonna be. They're gonna see some. We're gonna have people probably trying. It's gonna be a lot of cussing. That's all I think. We probably get somebody trying to flash. We might get that. I don't think nobody can be stupid enough to try and jump in the crowd anymore after they saw that.
Oh, no.
That boy.
Hey, if it's a nice pair of, you know what I'm saying? Hey, flash on. Hey, you on Netflix now, baby. Hey, if it's a nice pair, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, flash.
Flash.
Now you flash. You keep yours in your shirts. We don't want to see yours, okay?
Put some deodorant on everywhere you got a crease.
Oh yeah, they should just have. They should have just a sponsored match by Right Guard, Degree, anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen. Oh, that's 500% happening. That is.
They're gonna probably still be that. That might be the only thing they keep on delay. They gonna still be like, oh nope, we ain't gonna show that. They have nip slips, or accidents. They gonna probably be like delay. The screen will probably blink.
You know what? I won't even lie. I would want to see the NXT women with those nip slips.
Listen, Flash.
Like as much as I want to, look, as much as I would live for a Bianca nip slip or a Jade nip slip or Naomi or Rhea, hey, give me a Lash or a Lola or
Give me a fucking women too.
Yeah.
No, that's a pancake.
want to see fans. That's what she's trying to see.
Oh God.
It's probably gonna happen.
First
All
of all,
right, there you go.
It's gonna be fucking Lexus King.
He's available.
It's
He can turn heel.
gonna be fucking Lexus King.
oh,
What?
oh God.
You gonna want the dick? It's gonna be Lexus King, baby. You gonna pop out the shower on Val Venus status. Hello.
Batty will be happy with that. She'll be happy with Lexus King.
And that's when I'm gonna turn off the CW.
Right. I can see it being fucking Ashanti Adonis.
Ew.
Oh,
Trying to sneak into a locker room.
That's when he gets fired.
Yep.
But,
Oh no.
Eddie Thorpe.
Eddie.
Eddie Thorpe. Girl, you don't lost your rabbit ass mom or something. Eddie Thorpe. You know what? We can't say shit. Eddie Thorpe turned a woman and a lesbian back straight. So
Yeah, he made her bisexual. That's all he did.
he doing something right.
he did something.
He did something right. Hey.
He did something for her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what it is. Don't care. He did something for her. But I think we've been sufficiently electrified. Understand?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I was just looking at that thing the other day when what you call it, Sable pulled off Jackie's.
Yeah.
That was nice. Nice. That definitely was nice. Folks, don't forget to follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and twitch.tv /Under the Ring Pod. You can also find us at Linktree /Under the Ring Pod and fingertip.com /Under the Ring.com. There you can find our
No show on Saturday, Batty.
No, yes, Batty. No show this Saturday. No show this Saturday. There you can find our individual links. You can find our boy, the man behind the boys, usually Greg Bush SK. You'll find me, the man behind the bud, Rock Ribs. You'll find it's the man right here, old punk ass pussy ass. Mr. Fresh Bit. And you got this nigga that stole my other fucking title. The right answer. This motherfucker right here. Borio Mario.
Thank you, Batty. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more rest right after I get off of here.
And our local correspondent, Justin D. Baxter. Thank you, folks, for joining us. Tito, flare my ass, punk ass. Thank you. Thank you, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Be safe. And remember, whatever you do, hey, one time. Birthday dogs. Hey.
Hey.
Birthday dogs. Hey.
It's done. It's done. Hey. Birthday time.